something missing with the city?
Something definitely is missing.
Let's get out of here. Oh!
You know, we have to do something about our community.
Yeah.
I mean,
What can be done?
how about budgeting? I hear there are cities around the world that have great programs for budgeting. Do you think Surrey is one of them?
No way.
Can't be. Look at this. They got a
Look at this.
metal box in a forest.
That's
I
our
wonder.
project.
We should do some research on whether or not Surrey is good at budgeting. And hell, let's throw in Detroit too. You never know.
No. Let's find a city with a good example of budgeting.
I
A city
think
with a bad example of budgeting.
I think that's a great idea.
Sorry.
Surrey's got a whole host of amazing people and amazing examples of life and happiness. I wonder if we can find some here. Oh, sir, how do you do? Oh, thank you, sir. What do you know?
Sit.
We have an umbrella.
This
I can't wait to
this
do
is
this project.
Surrey.
You know, I feel like living in Surrey isn't as bad as living in Detroit.
Yeah, you know, like I've pulled up some images of Detroit and it doesn't seem that good.
Look at their mayor. He's disgusting. Look at their city. It's falling apart. You don't see that in Surrey. In Surrey, we have a great mayor. We have great budgeting.
I have to look into this deeper.
We are. I think we should do way more research and we should find out more about what makes Surrey so great. The future truly does live here.
How are we gonna fix budgeting?
I don't know. It's a great question. Maybe we should start with a good budgeting plan. I think they do.
You know what? Let's do some research.
We should. We'll do some research and we'll figure out, is Surrey or Detroit better when it comes to budgeting? I don't know. I think Surrey is, because look around us. We have a park, we have a playground, we have bleachers. Detroit, they have nothing.
How can we convey this information to the masses?
I think we ought to write a letter to somebody in power who can convey it. We're simple peasants. We can't do much. But if we write a letter and that becomes popular, maybe we can.
But what if I can't read?
Then we can talk. We can talk to people in the classroom and outside of school and find other ways to convey our message. I think it's going to work out just fine. I think we're going to do that.
So, for my part of the project, I'm gonna be working on some letters to send to some powerful people who can get things done, that will basically just raise awareness that there exists a budgeting problem in Canada, in some cities, and a budgeting solution in Canada, in some other cities. I'm thinking of sending it to Justin Trudeau, Christy Clark, the like. Something I see going wrong with this plan is that there's no real guarantee that they'll even receive the letters. And there's no guarantee that if they do receive the letters, that they read them. There's no guarantee that if they do read them, that they do anything. But at least the effort was made, you know? I better go work on the letters.
I chose to do City Skylines for my part of the project because I felt like it was a good representation to many of you what a good budget plan is, even if you don't fully understand it. Surrey, of course, has a good budget plan, and Detroit not so much. Now, when I planned to do this, I wanted to have two different cities that you could compare. Surrey obviously being the better city and Detroit being the worse off. It worked out pretty well in the end, and you can obviously tell which is Detroit and which is Surrey through not only the City Skylines video, but many videos before and clips that we've shown you in the past 10 minutes. Overall, it became a plan that we were able to use and put into effect, which we showed off in our video.
We finished our project. I've written my letters, one to Christy Clark telling her she should keep up the good work for BC, one to Justin Trudeau telling him you should look at budgeting all across Canada. What about you?
Well, I've created a simulation of thousands of people in Detroit and Surrey, and right now, from what I can tell, Detroit's falling apart. and Surrey is doing great. You know why? Why? Because Surrey has a budget plan. Detroit doesn't.
Wow, I could have never expected that one.
I think our project is good, and I think we've taken action the best we could, and I can't wait to explain to our class why budgeting is the way to go.
Dear Prime Minister Trudeau, my associate Tristan Wolfe and I write this letter to you in part to commend you on your work as Prime Minister of Canada, and as a plea for you to consider some things that we could be changed for the better in Canada. Although my partner and I do not follow politics closely, we would like to praise you for your work on making Canada a more inclusive place for everyone. As my associate would put it, keep doing what you're doing, my guy. To help better improve Canada, we think more attention should be paid to the communities within Canada. As an example of this, we think that, in general, cities in Canada should be more like Surrey, BC, in the way that they budget themselves. We also think you should increase the budget for schools across Canada, as schools are where the future is born. What you just heard was some good quotes from my letter to Justin Trudeau. I also sent one to Christy Clark. In both, the essence of the letter is that they should keep an eye on things, make sure the budgeting in cities doesn't degenerate to a level like Detroit. And to take an example from Surrey as a city with good budgeting. In the letters, I also asked for a higher education budget because it doesn't hurt to ask. But yeah, that's basically what I did.
In terms of taking action, I wanted to show the viewers, you, what a good budget plan is and what a bad budget plan is. Surrey has a good budget plan, one that is obviously still in its infancy, but is slowly rising to be one of the best in the world. While Detroit, on the other hand, has no such thing and focuses much on industry and lacks the official records that they need to continue to improve their city. Surrey, on one hand, branches out the money they gain and the taxes they receive and use it for public works and parks and infrastructure and things that can improve the city. Detroit, on the other hand, found itself in a situation where industry would be the main focus and not many people would have ways to have a house and make it in the big city, as big cities would be pretty much office blocks and not much going on except for industry. The city that I created shows that perfectly, where you can see Detroit is focused on industry and more or less shopping, while Surrey has a mix of everything involved. It's a plan that worked out well and one that we're proud of.
We finished our project. Here's a quick recap. We thought of some problems in our communities that we wanted to fix.
Then we went on to research those problems through the internet and other types of books and literature.
Then we tried to figure out ways we could fix these problems.
And those ways included the simulation of people in the SimCity game and the letter we sent to Justin Trudeau and Christy Clark.
We hope with these methods that we have raised some awareness for budgeting, and we hope that you continue what we have started. I made the letter to Justin Trudeau. This is difficult.
Try again. Refresh. Yeah, give me.
This is a blank piece of paper.
Thank you, sir. What do you know? We have an umbrella. I can't wait to do this project.
Surrey.
The future is here. I think it's gonna work out just fine. I think we're gonna do well.
Well, Christy Clark is gonna be getting a letter soon. Gonna be telling her how to run BC.